doggies rolling.
Them doggies rolling.
Boy, my ass is swollen.
Welcome back.
Remember City Slickers?
Yes. Swollen from the Poland. Anyway, I wasn't there. It wasn't me. A pole. Never mind.
I know. That's what I made the face.
Welcome back. IDD, for those who know, I don't disagree. Segment 3, all things Final Four. Male and female, the redoubtable one, Tom Izzo, the highly questionable one, RJ Miliaccio. It is upon us. We are 24 hours away from Donnie's in the Brook. The women are going to kick it off tomorrow night, starting with the 35-0 number one ranked South Carolina Gamecocks, who for some reason no one is talking about, against the number 3 seed NC State Wolfpack, who no one is talking about.
Less people are talking about them.
Well, the thing is, one of those teams is 35-0, the other one's 31-6. So it's like, if that, again, the undercard is unbelievable. It's just like,
it's a nice lead-in.
It's a nice lean-in. And this 31-6 team, to get here, bested Stanford and the number one Texas by double digits each. This is no fluke. Okay? And the thing is, because the thing about it, and people kept saying it, but no one did anything about it all week long. Well, no one's talking about North Carolina State, but then no one talked about North Carolina State.
Because there's so much to talk about on the other side.
We get why. Okay, but two generational talents are going to go at it in the nightcap. That's why. Okay, the thing is this. Look, this NC State team it's not like their brethren, the 11th seed, who kind of shocked the world. This team has been legit all season.
Yeah.
31 wins. This is no Cinderella. Okay, yeah. AC Duke was in. Carolina was in. That conference put a few teams in the tournament. They're not weak. So, and then to go through Stanford and Texas back to back like that, convincingly, not a fluke. They're starting fives in double figures. They got a six man, whatever you call it, who's really talented as well. Sixth woman. And they're not going to be afraid of South Carolina at all. So both these teams are balanced.
South Carolina's legit.
They are legit. Both these teams are legit. No one's talking about them, which is why we are going to talk about them, because I'm telling you right now, this game has all the makings of a classic, and the only problem is there isn't a named player on either side because they're balanced.
Except that center. What's her name? Camilla.
The big girl. Yeah, she's
Camilla Carus.
Yeah.
The one that got into it with LSU. I like her.
Yeah, I like her a lot because she stood up to those bullies and let her have it. Aziza James. She's a guard. She's the top scorer for NC State. Azaria.
No, hold on.
Is it, how do you say that?
Azaya
James, I think.
This is NC State.
This is NC State's roster. So you look at them, then you got Rivers. He's a guard. Then they did 12. Then you got 3 girls averaging 10, including the center.
You're right. That's well balanced.
They're a balanced team. So it's
Who's
like
coming off their bench?
This girl, Zoe Brooks, who's a guard, averages just under 9 a game.
Okay.
So look at the thing about it is they're a guard. This is the thing about the 3-point line. Okay, and how the great equalizer. They've got guards that can shoot. 34%.
Mimi Collins, their forward, shoots 39.
Yeah, Madison Hayes. She's the starting guard. Oh, wow. She's 40%. So they got 3 players, and then you got what's her name there? Well, actually, Zoe Brooks looks like she more goes to the basket, but then the girl behind her shoots 31. So they've got girls that can shoot the 3. And again, that's the great equalizer in the college game, actually in the pro game too. Yeah. That's where the game has gone now. But they've got girls that can shoot it. They're not afraid. It's no fluke they got here. And listen, when you beat 2 programs like Stanford and Texas back to back by double digits, you are not a fluke. You are not a fluke. Because no one thought that they were going to beat those 2 teams as good as they were because of how good Stanford and Texas were. But they were convincing wins, both of them. So they're not going to flinch at South Carolina. South Carolina's going to have to beat this team. They're not going to wet themselves. So having said that, South Carolina hasn't lost since Iowa, Caitlin Clark, in the Final Four last year. And they were the defending national champion when they lost. Okay? So they're no stranger to this stage.
Oh, jeez.
And they're looking for some revenge, some payback. So
somebody just went down hard. Sorry.
It's all right. Actually, 2 people went down hard.
Yeah, Camila Cardoso is that center.
Yes,
like her a lot.
For South Carolina. She's good. She's good, too. Mm-hmm. She's a good player.
She's the one that Angel Reese was
pulling her hair.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, shit.
That's Gordon.
Damn, I hope he's all right. least he didn't. Don't tell me he landed on his shoulder. Don't.
No,
he rolled.
Okay.
He rolled. All right. He rolled. He landed on his back.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. You can minimize it. We can minimize it. There we go. What is this doing here? Hold on.
Yeah, I want to see the numbers for.
Dag nabbit. Wait a minute. Keep that there. Hold on. Ooh, power of technology.
South Carolina numbers.
Let's go to South Carolina here. So hold on. We're going to back up out of this because this is the preview page. Back out one more. Okay, here we go. South Carolina. 36-0, South Carolina.
Man, that's impressive.
36-0. So you look at these girls. There's Camilla. Now, they've got 3 in double figures.
Well, she leads the team in scoring
and rebounding, but they've got 3 girls with 9, and they got another girl with 8, so they got a girl with 2 girls averaging 6. So here's the thing about these guys.
Balanced, you're right.
They are balanced. They are literally, both these teams. This, again, and you can't key on one person. That's the thing. So when I look at this game, the thing about it is South Carolina got here because they literally can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are 8 deep, legitimately 8. Okay? And pretty much not miss a beat. So that's their advantage.
But look, even beyond that, I mean, this person's getting 15 minutes a game, 17 minutes a game.
They're 9 deep.
Yeah, I mean, that because
really 9 deep.
17 minutes, that's a contributor right there.
That's almost a half.
Yeah.
You're playing basically a half. So they can go deep into their bench and not lose anything. And that's probably, in fact, I know that's not probably, that is the reason why they're here. Because they wear you down. Yeah. They wear you down. And they play defense. Dawn Staley, I remember her as a player. I don't think he saw her, but I did.
I think I do remember Dawn
Staley. She
was
a pit bull.
She was in the WNBA, wasn't
Yes, she was. And she was one of Pat Summitt's finest.
She was a Tennessee head?
Yeah, she won a national championship with Pat Summitt. I'm telling you, that girl is a pit bull. And she coaches the way she plays. And so
I like her, too.
I like her, too. And she says the right things, unlike some people. But so
she's a pro.
Yeah, she's a pro. And it's no fluke they're here. And the thing is, this is the whole irresistible force against the immovable object thing. And this is the first game. Okay.
I mean, when you look at this,
no, they're deeper.
You're thinking they win, right?
They're deeper. But now here's the thing.
Does NC State have the size?
Well, this is the other thing. I mean, this girl.
Because she's big. I mean, she's big.
She's tall, too.
When she was playing against LSU,
she's 6'7".
Towering over
She's 6'7".
And not skinny.
No.
Like, she's thick. She is
legit 6'7".
She is legit
She
center.
is 6'7" center. If we look at NC State's, we'll find her. Hold on a second. Let me pull this up here real quick. Go back to that so we can go to that.
Who's their big?
Who's their big? Well, it's the... No, I don't care about the tickets.
Because that's tough to deal with.
It is tough to deal with. Gamecast. If you look at NC State's roster, let's see, go to the roster here. And here we go. 6'3", 6'2", 6'5".
All right, so they got
6'3", 6'5", 5'10", 5'11", 6'1", 6'2", 6 feet.
So their center is 6'5".
Their center is 6'5".
Well, they have a 6'3" and a 6'5" center.
They actually have 2 6'5s. They have 2 of them, Baldwin and what's her name, Lizzie Williamson.
Oh, they got 3 centers.
Yeah. So they've got the size, and they got Mallory who's 6'3". They've got size, and
they got
Collins,
big guards too.
They have big forwards, and they're a big. This is not a small team. So I got news for you. I'm gonna probably miss. I'm gonna miss this game because I'm gonna be at a baseball game. I wish I wasn't gonna miss this game because this one's gonna be
You're gonna be
good.
watching a riveting college.
Riveting college baseball game in April. Oh, Raph.
Do you have any extra tickets to that game?
Yeah.
Does he really?
I could probably get you a ticket.
I know, but would it be with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I could call him tonight and see if you really wanted to go. It'd be fun.
Maybe I should. Oh, no. I told Maddie I would watch the Uconn game.
Well, that's why I didn't mention you, because you'd mentioned your daughter.
Yeah, and I thought we were going to a college visit, because I remember the first time we talked about that game. We're supposed to be going to JMU on Saturday. Yeah. But I think we're going to
86 that.
Just because it's like it's 2 hours there, 2 hours back.
That's a long day. And the men's Final Four is Saturday night.
Oh,
we're getting together Saturday night.
Oh, yes, sir.
We will be. Anyway,
and Allah, come through, bro.
Please, I invited you over, Allah. Where the hell are you, man? Anyway, look, I am so tempted to pick NC State in this game because everyone is writing them off, and you can't. How you write off a 31-16 that just beat the two teams I'm talking about is crazy.
Because those teams had size too, right?
They did. Oh yeah, they both did.
Yeah,
they both did. So they're not going to be afraid of them. Mm-hmm. And this is the thing: they overwhelm you with their size and their depth. And the thing about them is their pressure is relentless. South Carolina is in your jock the whole fucking game. There's no ending to it. You work for every basket. And it's not even that they press you; they just pressure you. You don't get a chance to breathe. So this is the thing where I think NC State can hang with them and stay with them. I think at the end, their depth is what wins because that's usually how they wear teams down. And while I think they have the size to match them, I don't know that the guards are as good. So to me, I give a slight edge to South Carolina. It's a neutral site, so I'm tempted to pick NC State.
You know where they're playing?
They're playing in Cleveland. The Final Four is in Cleveland. Both teams. So
it's not like it's close to either one of them.
No, not really. Not really. So I'm going to pick.
Forget they're both. It's Carolina against Carolina.
I mean, it is.
I didn't even realize
it's North
that.
against South.
North against South.
It is.
Got to root for the North.
I can root for them, but who I'm going to pick is a whole story. But I just think Dawn Staley's that team's on a mission because of what happened last year and the way it went down.
Yeah. I want to see them in the final.
Well, I think they want a piece. They want to get another shot at Caitlin Clark because she stopped their bid for a repeat.
Yeah.
And they didn't forget it.
Either way, no matter who comes out of the Uconn-Iowa game, you want South Carolina.
Yeah, you want that team there because that's the team you got to get around.
Exactly.
I mean, they're the team that won the title 2 years ago and was the favorite last year. And then they had Caitlin Clark like so many others. So I'm going to go with South Carolina. This is going to be close, though. It's going to be close. It's going to be closer than people think. Because NC State is not a fluke. This team is not a fluke. Don't sleep on them. If you're taking the point spread, don't, because it's going to be closer than the point spread. In the second one, which is the one everyone's talking about, the Bird Magic, whatever you want to call it, this is the best thing that's happened to college basketball in a long, long time. And I say college basketball, period. Because if you have not seen Paige Beckers, or if you forgot about her, this girl is a generational talent. Not many freshmen win College Player of the Year as a freshman on either side of the ledger. She did that as a freshman, and then people forgot about her. Okay? Well, she's back, and she's pissed. And not so much at Caitlin Clark, but Paige Beckers is not here to kiss her ass. She's here to kick it. Okay? And Caitlin Clark always wanted to play at UConn. And they never even looked at her.
That's a shame.
Gee, I wonder what she's thinking right now. So this is going to be the Donnie of all Donnies, and there's a very good chance they're going to cover each other at some point.
I hope it's a lot.
Well, it's not going to be a lot, and I'll tell you why. Because they only have – this is the advantage that Iowa has, and Gino knows it. And we're going to pull up these rosters right now so you can see what I'm talking about, because this, to me, is the key to the whole game. Not that Paige is not going to cover her, because she's going to cover her at some point. But they're not going to start her on her most likely, because they have a 6-foot guard who's a pit bull, who is healthy, and I think they're going to run her at her first. And she won Big East Defensive Player of the Year, this girl.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and why would you wear out your best scoring threat?
You need the girl. You have to have the girl that can match her basket for basket. Because let's be honest, LSU didn't have a kid that could match her basket for basket. They didn't last year when they beat them.
Flo J was the only one close.
She was 18 points away. That's how close she was. Yeah. Okay, or how close she wasn't. Yeah. So the thing is, UConn actually has a home run hitter that can match her basket for basket. But to Gino's and these, you don't want her covered for him, but you don't want to wear her out.
Yeah.
So if you have another girl who's a defensive stalwart, you definitely put her on her first and try and wear her down. That's the smart move. Why is this not coming out?
Dude, the thing, the more I see Paige on the microphone, she's seasoned.
This girl is no...
I mean, they asked her... What'd they say? They said something because it's basically like media day yesterday.
It was media day yesterday, yeah.
And they asked her, with Caitlin Clark going to the WNBA next year, you're kind of going to be the face of college basketball. How do you feel about that? And she was like, well, I hope I'm not the only one getting attention. I hope the media, can spread the love around.
She's right.
It's like,
hey, how about that girl I just played against?
Well,
Put 29 up on Juju, how about her?
But for somebody to have that kind of awareness at that age, you love to see kids like that. And it's kind of like the way I was talking about Juju. When she was in the interview and they said, Caitlin who? And she was like,
don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
It's so cool to see young people that are savvy enough
they have awareness.
The media.
They have awareness.
But that's so hard because sometimes you're out there, you're fucking answering questions for who knows how long.
Yeah.
And somebody asks you a shit question.
Yeah.
But to have the awareness and be locked in enough to say the right thing in a moment like that, it comes across as you're not just saying the right thing, you're actually genuinely mean what you're saying.
Yep.
So I just wanted to say that. Because I've seen, Paige Beckers, I've also saw when she got an ESPY and she talked about how, she was like, I want to take this time to recognize black women since, they're kind of, black women kind of lead this sport. I'm getting this recognition now, but a lot of them don't. I've seen her in front of the mic doing things that a person her age I wouldn't expect them to do.
She reminds me a lot of Sue Bird. She's very much like Sue Bird in terms of her awareness and understanding that this is bigger than her.
Right.
But she has a chance to move the needle. And she understands her place in it and what she can do to help it. But she also knows that the best way to move the needle is to make sure that the people around her are not getting ignored.
Right.
Especially when they deserve it. And
I haven't really seen that from Caitlin Clark as much. Although I haven't seen a lot of her talking to the media that much.
She got to meet her idols, Amaya Moore.
I did see that.
And she ran up to her as a kid and gave her a hug. And Amaya Moore talked about paying it forward. And when I was a kid, I ran up to Cheryl Swoops and this is the thing. And these girls, this is why I get mad at the men.
There's Don Staley.
Yeah, there's Don Staley. This is why I get mad at the men. Because the men don't have this awareness. It pisses me off. Okay, because most of them...
when LeBron was young, he did. He always used to talk about the history of the game.
He's a historian and he's very smart. He keeps tooting his own horn.
But
he doesn't need to.
But when he was young, he didn't do that.
No, but he's doing it now.
15 years in, then he became the king and all, and it was.
You don't do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you don't sit there and look. And I understand that these guys ask these questions to try to get you to make answers.
Exactly.
But LeBron to me has only made 2 or 3 bad decisions in his whole career. Really, in his whole career. And he's a model citizen. He's a great dad. He's a professional, okay? The biggest thing is he toots his own horn too much. And none of the greats that came before him did that. They never did. The people did it for them. They never did it. I never heard Magic.
You do it on the court.
Yeah, you do it on the court, but leave it there. You never heard Magic or Bird or Jordan or Kareem or Dr. J or any of these all-time greats saying me. Never. It was always about, look, the guys I play against are the best in the world, and I have to work my butt off every night. I'm going to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm where I am, because I don't take that for granted.
You decide who's the best.
You decide that. That's for you to decide. That's debatable. When I'm on the court, that's the only thing I have control over. And to a man, they all say that. Okay, so LeBron's the first one I ever heard say I'm the GOAT. He's the first one I ever heard say that. Okay, so that's my beef with him. Okay, he's in my top 10. He belongs in my top 10. His longevity speaks for itself. He's still doing this at 39 at a high level.
Yeah.
But the thing about the women, they have an awareness at their age. These girls are 20, 21, 22 years old, and they understand this shit.
Yeah.
Okay? And what they're doing for the women's game, I've been hoping for this forever, because I've coached women and I've seen what they're capable of, and I love their fundamentals, because fundamentals that's their thing. They're not as athletic as the men, but they play the game the right way. And he was talking about Caitlin Clark's passes the other night. Fundamentally, she's incredible. And what makes tomorrow night so special is that both these girls, fundamentally, if you were teaching a girl how to play basketball, you put in a tape of either Paige Beckers or Caitlin Clark. And that's what makes tomorrow night what it is.
Yeah.
And at some point, they're going to lock horns, and they're not going to back down from each other. That's not who they are. And that's the thing I love about the two of them, okay? And they both got their reasons. They both got motivation here. So this is the classic. I tell you right now.
It's exciting.
I gotta get to a bar by 9:00, and I'm gonna tell my buddy tomorrow when this is over. Where's the nearest bar? We have to figure this out now.
Well, Charlottesville would be plenty.
There better be.
And it's a college town, so they'll probably be packed.
Yeah, so we gotta find a bar because I honestly don't want to miss this game. I'll be coming home late night tomorrow night. But, I mean, I don't care. I'm not staying home tonight, but I want to watch this game. So in any event, I have to pick it. Gigglesmoke 50-50 number 2. Look. Paige, and again, this is more of a, we're being honest, this is more of a sentimental pick because Caitlin Clark has one last shot at this. This is it for her. Paige Beckers is coming back next year.
That's true.
And either way, I'm not going to be upset about it, but I'm gonna, and I don't think it's gonna. I got news for you. I don't think it's going to be these two that they're gonna cancel each other out. It's going to come down to the supporting cast. And I give Iowa a slight edge there because the two girls that came forward last against LSU were the ones that didn't do it last year, and they understand that Paige can't. I mean, or rather, Caitlin Clark can't win this for us by herself. We have to help.
Dude, Martin.
So, yeah.
What's her name? Her last name's Martin?
That's Martin, yeah.
She was nasty, dude.
I'm telling you.
She had a mid-range game.
She had a mid-range game, yeah. I mean, and the other problem is UConn only has 8 players in uniform.
Yeah, that's rough.
Last game, 3 players, including Beckers, played all 40 minutes. Okay, no one on the Iowa team has played all 40 minutes. And I mean, so...
Who was the other the other one on... So
I'll tell you what UConn does have, though. The girl down low. This girl,
with the long hair?
Yeah, her. She's
a beast.
She's a beast,
yeah.
Okay?
She's fucking tough.
She is the other starter that didn't get hurt, and she is every bit an All-American.
Yeah, she could play against South Carolina.
She could be the difference in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because, I mean, Iowa's got a big...
Not as good as this.
She's not
as good as this kid. She's not as good as this kid.
But Iowa, I like did you see the girl that had, like, the pigtail puffs?
Yep.
What was her name?
Her name is Aaliyah Edwards. This is the big. She's 17 and 9.
Yeah, she's nasty.
Yeah.
How big is she? What's her size?
She is. Hold on.
She's the one that wears the mask.
Yeah, she's tough. 6'3". Yeah, senior.
Geez, she looks bigger than that.
Yeah, well, she is. She plays bigger than that.
She does.
But she can take the ball off the dribble. She can post you up. She's aggressive as hell. She rebounds like a freaking.
Go back to Iowa because I want to see who that other person on Iowa was with the pigtail puffs.
This is Paige, and then hold on. Let me go back to. Wait, let me go back one more. Come on. Man, this is slow. Here we go. Iowa. Both teams.
Martin was one. She's like the shooting guard, right?
If you go to the. Yeah, hold on. Clark 32 and 9. Then you got Hannah
Stulkey.
Yeah.
Stulkey. She's good.
Yeah, that's the forward.
Yeah, that's the one who.
Yeah.
I think she fouled out Reese, maybe.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. These are the two that went off.
So Kate Martin and Stulkey were the other two.
The other two that went off. Yeah. So.
And they don't have much after that in terms of.
They don't. That's Stulkey. She's 6'2", sophomore.
She was good.
She's good. But I can use you. Here's the other thing. The girl for UConn is better than her.
Which one?
The Aliyah, the girl, the big girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's
their center, right?
Yeah, she's a sophomore. The other girl's a senior.
Yeah.
This is the thing, okay? The reason why I would pick UConn is because the advantage is the second best player. I think UConn has the second best player in terms of is better than their second best player.
Yeah.
So
does UConn have second and third, you think?
Mule is the all defensive guard who no one's even talking about. And here's the other thing, and this is no disrespect, but the coaching advantage here is Gino Auriemma all day, every day. If there's a coach,
I don't know much about Iowa's coach.
She's decent. She's not him.
She been around for a long time?
She's been around for a while, but she has no rings to her name. Mm-hmm. This guy has 11. Okay? This guy's been to 23 of these. This is her first. If there's one guy who can come up with a way to slow that girl down, it's Gino Auriemma. And he's got a stud of a defensive guard who's the same height, not 5'7", Mule is 6 feet. Okay? This is why the only reason, and again,
Are you picking Iowa?
No, I'm picking UConn.
Really? I thought you were just gonna go with Iowa.
No, it's sentimental why I want Iowa to win because this is their last chance.
I thought that's why you were
picking. No, it's that'd be a sentimental pick is what I'm saying. It'd be a sentimental pick. But to me, UConn has the advantage for two reasons. They have an all-defensive guard who is every bit her height, and they have the advantage inside. The only thing Iowa has in their favor is UConn only has 8 players in uniform.
Yeah, maybe
that is the advantage. But if they go toe-to-toe in this thing and they don't get into foul trouble, UConn has the advantage. They do. If you line up those 8, UConn's 8 are better than the 8 that Iowa can line up.
And the coaching advantage.
And Paige Beckers can match Caitlin Clark basket for basket. She literally can. So to me, that's why I'm picking UConn. Okay? And again, would I be surprised if Iowa won? No, because UConn could get in foul trouble and be screwed because they only got 8 bodies. This is the problem. But I gotta believe that Gino knows more about basketball than I do, and he's not gonna let Caitlin Clark get comfortable. He's got this all-defensive, this Big East Defensive Player of the Year guard who is 6 feet, not 5'7", 6 feet. Why did they kill Mulkey? Because the guard was 5'7", trying to guard her. She's not going to be able to shoot over this kid. She's not. This kid is 6 feet, can look her in the eye and stay with her.
What's her name?
Mule. What's her name? Mule. M-U-L-H-L.
Okay.
She was the Big East Defensive Player of the Year. No one is talking about her, okay, which I don't get because, to me, she is the difference in the game because you don't have to put Paige on her. Paige can cover her in spurts, but this girl can stay with her. And, again, here's the thing. How they handle this screen and roll is going to tell you everything. I said last night there was a way to defend this girl, and I'll say it again. When that screen comes up, you don't switch it. You don't go over it. You don't go under it. Don't go under it. Okay? Whatever you do, don't go under it. That's like ringing the dinner bell. Okay? That's like jumping into, Shark Bay in Australia with all the great whites. That's stupid.
That's what LSU did.
Yeah, LSU. That's why Mulkey got trashed, and she should have. It was a bad strategy.
Do you really think she told them to go under?
Yes. Because I think she thought, because last year she had 34 and they won by 17. This girl's not going to beat us by herself. What she did not count on was the supporting cast. One girl getting 21 and one girl getting 16. That's what she didn't count on. Caitlin Clark's 12 assists is what won that game. Not her 41 points. It was her 12 assists. Okay? So, yeah, that's her.
Nika Mule?
Yeah, 5'11", actually, I list her at. Her. Senior. Another senior. Croatia. Okay? 6'6". Point guard. Okay? So
old school point
guard who is a defender first.
Although old school would have been 6 and 10.
Yeah, but that Paige also averages 6.
That's true. Yeah.
So the thing is this: her first priority is I'm guarding her, and she's going to be all over her. Okay, and when the screen comes, the key is how does UConn handle it? You'll know right in the first possession when this happens.
So you think if you see them trap them. Then you're going to be like, this is it.
This is it. He knows. He knows what he has to do. If he doesn't trap, then they get as good as this girl is. They could be in trouble because you cannot let her get to her spot. You got to let it. You got to make. She has to be looking over her shoulder the whole night. She can't get a clean look at that rim. You just can't let her get into a rhythm. Because she's a rhythm. You said every shot looks like she's a rhythm. LSU allowed her to get in rhythm early. You can't do that. You cannot do that. And I guarantee you, South Carolina, the reason they lost last year, because they let her get in a rhythm early. You can't let that happen. And the only way to do that is to trap that screen. And by the way, no one has done it to this point, which I don't get why. For the life of me, I don't get why. And LSU had the athletes to do it. That's what I don't get.
That's what they've started doing with Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. You see at the pro level all the time. But if Gino is smart, every time that screen comes up, trap. Make her give it up. Rotate. And again, if she goes left, you leave the far shooter on the right open. Make her throw diagonal passes across the court. You take away the strong side shooter. That's what you do. You run the third defender at the guy, the screener rolling to the basket, take her out, and deny the strong side pass.
Let me ask you this, though. Is that, if you haven't done that all year, How difficult is that to get a team?
That's not difficult at all. No. Because here's the thing. If you play man-to-man defense already, which UConn does, and this is what I can't understand, LSU does too, it's not hard to teach help and recover because you've been doing it all year long. The only difference is you are trapping the person on the screen, and the first help defender is going to the roll. The strong side, so if Caitlin Clark goes left and there's a guard over there, you stay with her. Mm-hmm. You deny her. She doesn't get it. She's not an option. Mm-hmm. The help comes from the weak side. So if Caitlin Clark goes left, the only pass you should have is a diagonal skip to the opposite corner. You know how hard that pass is to make in a trap? And even if you make it, it's such a long pass, the defense has time to recover. That's why that's the pass you give up.
So the person guarding the person in that corner is already in the paint.
She's in the paint.
And they take the roll away.
And you force her to throw that pass in a trap. Mm-hmm. Okay? In a trap. Okay? And if you trap right, she's going to lob this thing. So by the time
which allows you to recover.
So by the time it gets there, you've recovered.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to defend her against the screen. No one has done this. They've gone over it. They've gone under it. They've switched it. You can't switch a center on her.
No.
That's stupid. It's stupid. Don't try it. And in UConn's case, where they only got 8 bodies, now you're talking foul trouble. Because Caitlin Clark will see that, and she'll get that kid in foul trouble. Mm-hmm. You've got to trap it and make her give it up, and it's got to be out to the opposite side. So if she goes right, it's the opposite side on the left.
Yeah.
If she goes left, that's how you defend this. And once she gives it up, this mule kid, who's really good defensively, stay with her. Mm-hmm. When everybody leaves to recover, you stay right with her and don't let her get it back.
Follow.
Mm-hmm. Now again, will she still get 20? Probably. But if it takes her 30 shots to get it, yeah. If it takes her 30 shots to get it, okay, and she doesn't get 15 assists, you win. Mm-hmm. You win. Because I got news for you. Iowa has no one who can guard Beckers. Caitlin Clark can't guard Beckers. Yeah. She can't guard her. If she tries, she'll foul. That's the other thing. If she tries to guard Beckers, they're going to sit in a 2-3 zone. They're not going to play man-to-man against UConn because they'll foul her out. Yeah. If Beckers sees her on her, she will take her to school. And the Iowa coach knows it. Mm-hmm. They'll sit in that 2-3 zone. They will because they can't match up. They're not quick enough. Okay? So the thing is this. You do that. You make her give it up. You don't let her get it back. And against that zone, this girl, that big girl for UConn, can have a field day in there. She's better than all their big men.
Yeah.
She's better than all of them. So that's the key. And that's why I'm picking UConn. And again, you'll know this on the first one. You'll know it on the first play. Now, over to the men's side. That's Gigglesmoke guarantee number 2. We haven't talked about the men.
Dude, when's the last time? Well, no, I know when the last time we got this into women's hoops. Never. It's good.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it. It's great. It's great for the game, and even men that would never tune in are tuning in, Chris Kovac. Okay?
That's true.
Because it's must-see TV.
Yeah.
Because styles make fights. Now, on the men's side, you got 2 fights here. Okay? NC State had a hell of a run.
It's over.
It's over. It's over. Because the problem with Big Country or Big South, is that now he's meeting Paul Bunyan.
Now he's
he can't Russell, and he's 3. By the way,
he went from Big South to small country.
To small country. He went to. Do you know how big Edie really is? I mean, do you understand? It's not just that, dude. Hold on a minute. It's not just the 7. He's 7'4". But
there was this video of Zach Edie and a girl going into like a room at like a frat house.
Yeah.
It went viral.
Yeah.
Dude, the girl looks like she's 5. I mean, she's not. She's a college kid, but like she's up to his waist. He ducks.
He has to
go into the room.
Yeah.
It was like, who is this giant?
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. It's funny how on the men's side they do this, but on the women's side they don't. Wow. They give him the weight. The women don't tell the weight. He is 300 pounds.
Wow.
So he weighs more than him. So here's the problem. Big South ain't going to move this kid. He could move, what's his name?
And he's not going to get his little...
No, not on this dude, he's not.
On Stifapupski, he had a field day.
Yeah, the 248-pound pussy. Yeah. Not this dude. Not this 7'4", 300-pound legitimate player of the year.
Who's pissed?
Who's pissed? And Purdue doesn't have to double at all because he can't move him.
Yeah,
he can't move him. So if I'm Purdue, I just deny everybody else and let them play a little game of one-on-one. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do. It's that simple. And on the other end, he can't cover him.
No.
He can't cover him.
Yeah.
So, again, look, I applaud NC State, but unless this kid has diarrhea or gets sick, they're not beating him.
Somehow they get him in foul trouble.
Somehow they get him in foul trouble, which he's just got to stand there and put his hand up. That's all he's got to do, okay? I got Purdue getting out of this one, Gigglesmoke guarantee number 3, okay? And that's the reason why. This kid is not going to, Big South ain't moving him. Not moving him. Not going to happen. And defensively, he's going to have to guard him. And he ain't guarding him. Because Big South has a vertical leap of about this high. He's 6'9". This guy is 7'4". His vertical leap, Big South, is about this. It's about this, okay? He's not going to get to this guy's shot. He's not going to get to this guy's shot. So I've got Purdue in that one getting through. And the other one, I agree with him. UConn wins this game. Even if Alabama gets hot from the 3, which I think they can keep it close. But at the end of the day, they have no answer for Klingon inside. Mm-mm. They have no answer for this kid. And by the way, people are sleeping on this kid. He's better than people think he is.
Is he a sophomore?
Wasn't
he a freshman last year?
That's a good question. Let's find out since we have.
I feel like he was.
He might be. Let's go. Let's find out.
He was another one of these guys when we were going, hey, the big man is coming back.
The big man, yeah. We saw him last year. Yeah. The big man is coming back. Gamecast. Give me the game. I don't want the tickets.
You double tapped.
I meant to. Here we go. Where are you here? Not the first 4. The final 4. What is this?
It's up top.
It's up top, way up top. Wait, right here.
There you go.
Okay, hold on. So I think he is. I think you're right.
Yeah, because I want to say he was a freshman last year in the finals.
He may have been. Let's look at this roster. Sophomore. 7'2", 280. He's bigger than Big South. Yeah. And he can play. 20-10-5. 22-10-5 is what he did against Illinois.
Damn, they got size.
They got
7'2", 6'10", 6'10".
Yeah, look at the wings.
6'8", 6'7",
6'7". This is the wings. This is an NBA lineup.
They got a guard that's 6'6".
Yeah, this is an NBA lineup.
It really is.
And they can, to his point, run them off the three-point line, which is I think Alabama hangs with them for a while, but eventually UConn wears them down. They wear them down because the thing is, Alabama has to match up with all these guys too. And if you look at their stats, they are very much like the women, South Carolina. They also have 5 guys
balanced
in double figures. So started by Tristan Newton, who's a guard, and Spencer Klingon's the 4th leading scorer. So and they've got some depth. They got 2 guys off the bench that are good, 2 guards that are good. So they have guards too. So to me, UConn wears these guys down, and they advance. And I have UConn and Purdue in the final. I have UConn for the women and South Carolina in the female final. That's the Gigglesmoke quartet for the weekend.
I like it.
And
the Cortada.
So again, I'm 17. I'm either going to be 17-17. Which at this point will be the Gigglesmoke.
What, you're 17-13 right now?
Yeah, it's like the Gigglesmoke 60-40, 55-45. Desperate times, America. Desperate times.
Who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows? The Gigglesmoke. Oh, what does it say? What do you got? Call in the air.
No, dude. There's no way in hell you're getting swept in this.
I shouldn't. I
mean, those are all solid picks.
Lastly, 2 cents with Tommy real quick, or whatever he wants to bitch about.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, I had one. Hang on a second.
You did have one.
Fuck.
You did.
Just give me a minute. Give me a minute.
But that's the Gigglesmoke 55-45 split.
Oh, man. Was it about knives?
Knives?
Yeah, it was something.
What the hell's been going on in your house? Knives.
It was something about knives. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
No, I just...
Buckle up, huh?
I mean, it's not even a big deal, but I don't know if I was watching a commercial on TV or if it was online, and it was about, sharpening your knives. And, I mean, the bullshit that you have to go through to sharpen a knife, it was ridiculous. So you have this one stone that, you have to start with the knife at a 45-degree angle.
Against the stone.
Mm-hmm. And you have to do this side, then you have to do that side. You have to brush away any of the shards. Then you have to do it on a wet stone and a dry stone. I'd rather be cutting with the dullest knife on earth than go through that. Okay, I'm not Bobby Flay or whoever the fuck else there is. I mean, I can't remember what it was, but
Bobby Flay? What is
He's a chef.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Bobby Flay.
No, I'm just saying, to think I'm going to waste, I don't know, maybe it only takes 5 minutes. But there's no way in hell I'm going to be fucking...
How long am I going to be here? Oh, it's ready.
No, but you got to switch stones. You got to switch angles.
Wait, you have to switch the stone?
Yeah, they had a wet stone and a dry stone after the angular fucking thing.
So when you sharpen the knife, are you going from what do you do first, the wet stone or the dry stone?
So what you first do is at an angle... You rub it against something, and that actually shaves down the knife.
Okay.
Then there is a wet stone and a dry stone where you go back and forth, and that's where it actually kind of.
So what's the first thing? What are you putting that against? The first thing when you're wetting or shaving off the. What's that first?
You're driving something along it. I don't know. It's a bunch of shit. Maybe I should Google it.
It's a pile of shit.
Sharpening a knife.
Sharpening a knife with a pile of shit. Well, yeah, that might take a while.
It says sharpening a joke. No, sharpening a knife. I told you it wasn't a strong 2 cents with Tommy.
Well, it's an interesting one, that's for shit sure.
Okay. So
we've all got to sharpen.
So you see this canister?
Okay.
So that's the thing you go along it with when it's at a 45-degree angle, a tumbler.
Okay. A tumbler.
Then you have the wet stone and the dry stone. It's just, I'm not going through all this shit. I'd rather, I prefer a knife where it's tearing my steak apart. It's so dull that you're just fucking ripping it to shit.
You're destroying it. There's not even meat left. It's
just shards mangled everywhere.
It looks like you got attacked by a pack of wolves.
You just fucking cut an onion, you're crying your eyes out because there's shit spraying everywhere.
That's a problem. I mean...
A knife is perhaps the most powerful tool for anyone who loves the outdoors. Go fuck yourself. I like to use water on my stones. So I begin by submerging my stone in a Tupperware container filled with water while I prepare everything else. I mean, give me a break. Take your marker and color the sharpening bevel. This will allow you to see where the stone is contacting the edge so that you don't go too shallow or too deep. When the marker is gone, you'll know that you've gotten to the apex of the edge. Give me a break.
What happened to the old sharpening?
Exactly. No,
you
take the fucking pole out of your thing and you just go
like that. Yeah.
Right. That's how you sharpen a knife. That's what I'm saying.
What the hell is this shit?
Exactly. Find the angle. Hold your knife close to the blade. Lay it on the stone with the edge facing you. That's right.
Step 3.
Place fingers of your free hand on the spine of the knife and let the tips hang over and rest on the stone. Keep your fingers in the same spot, letting them barely drag across the stone. I mean, give me a fucking break. Step 4. Jesus. Raise a burr. Now that you have your angle, make passes on the stone until you feel a burr on the edge. Carefully wipe your thumb or finger across the edge. Make sure the motion is perpendicular to the edge, not parallel. One will allow you to feel the burr, and one will likely slice you. Oh, thanks. Step 5, refine. After you raise a burr on each side of the bevel, whatever the fuck a bevel is, you will want to refine the edge. Make alternating passes on the stone. Oh my God.
That's
Oh Jesus. So now that you've done all that, step 1.
What?
Cut your scrap of wood. What are we doing here? Hang on a second. Oh no. Sorry. I'm into a different thing. Okay.
We're not talking about a kitchen knife, are we? We're talking about a fucking axe.
No, that was something different. So
about a machete.
So make alternating passes on the stone, always with the blade's edge trailing the spine. I usually do 10 passes on the left, then 10 on the right, then 5, 3, 2, and 1 pass on each side. After that, I'll check the sharpness by slicing a piece of paper. If it goes through cleanly, you're all done. If there are some hang-ups or it won't slice well, you may need more refining, or you might not have raised the burr correctly. Sharpening with a stone will definitely take some practice.
What?
You will mess up more than once. Like, I'm sorry, who is sharpening their knife like this?
What the tits prompted this?
I'm telling you, I saw a commercial or I was on Twitter and I saw like an ad about sharpening a knife. And, the other day I was kind of like, man, my knives aren't that sharp. But I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going through all this.
There was
I'm just not doing it.
We have a sharpening stone. Okay? That's all.
Right, you just go, right. But now you're not doing it right.
Not this guy. Oh my God, that was 5 cents of nothing right there. Just like
that was 0 cents.
That made no sense.
But that was my 2 cents.
2 cents.
I'm not doing that.
No sense.
I'm not doing it.
I don't know if anybody's doing that, unless of course you're.
There are people out there with fucking videos about it.
These are kitchen knives.
Yeah.
You're talking about.
Dude, we didn't even talk about Stephon Diggs.
We did not talk about the trade. Because, one of our, you guys know.
Van Lith is in the transfer portal. Yeah,
there's no surprise there. She's transferred 3 times. She's fucking that douchebag Cormac from North Carolina, who's transferred 3 times in 4 years. That douchebag, the 25-year-old who hit all those threes against Duke.
She's with him.
She's like him.
Oh,
she's transferred 3 goddamn times. She's chasing the ring. She was with Louisville, got to a Final Four, lost. She transferred. She went to LSU, lost. So she's trying to chase this elusive ring.
She's one of those.
She's one of those people trying to get the national championship ring, and she's the one who got toasted by Caitlin, which cost her a ring. And again, I have zero sympathy for her because
Mulkey's going by.
Mulkey, but again, Shannon Sharp was right about that. Why on earth were you putting a 5'7" person on a 6-foot person? Because you thought she was quicker? Well, they're just going to run her off screens anyway. That's how you do that. You run the little quick person off screens, and if you're not going to switch it or trap it, it's pointless. And it was pointless. She hit 9 fucking threes. I'd say the plan failed. She had 12 assists. I think the plan failed. They failed to slow down Caitlin Clark in any way, shape, or form. So
Denver's sloppy.
Yeah, they are sloppy. They're down 9 now. 8:38 to go in this game. Now the Clippers are up 9, 86-77. Denver calls timeout. In a game Denver needs, by the way. The Clippers have woken up. So nice pass.
By Amir Coffey.
Yeah, Amir Coffey, the guy we don't know about. Anyway, that's going to do it for our show tonight because I don't know where to go after that. Stephon.
You didn't think you were going to tune in and, hear about sharpening knives.
Sharpening knives class with Tommy. But that's an interesting one. I know I'm not going that far, America, to sharpen my knives, I can tell you that. But anyway, you guys enjoy the Final Four. We will return Monday night for the championship preview. We will have 2 finals to talk about.
The game's on Monday, isn't it?
We should watch it. We should do a preview right before it. And then watch it.
On air?
On air.
Okay.
I think we should watch it. Join us for the national championship Monday night. For some
we won't be live.
For some scintillating commentary.
I guess we could do it live.
Actually, you could put the game on, but no sound, and watch us talk about it. You could do that.
If we put it on live.
We're going to put it on right here.
No, but we'd have to do a live stream.
We could do that. We could live.
Nobody would watch it, though, right?
I don't know. If we advertise it, they might. We don't advertise.
Well, we don't have the money. We can't afford. Let's guess.
We have this not in the budget.
Maybe on the Final Four we could get a spot. We get a 30-second spot. Watch these 2 fucking idiots on Monday night.
An uncensored,
yes, man, go fuck yourself. Watch these 2.
An uncensored telecast, if you will. Which, by the way, that could be entertaining. By the way, Jeff Alla, where are you? Saturday, I'm going to see you.
God, man.
Mr. Alla. We need you Saturday, Jeff. Really, we need you. We're not even hoping. We need you. But we will return Monday night with a championship preview. We may go live. We'll see. We might stream live. But until then, you guys enjoy the Final Four. I will be at a baseball game tomorrow. Virginia against UNC in a
He'll be sleeping by the third inning.
If it's that bad, yeah. Until then, you enjoy this. Good luck to all the participants in your schools this weekend, unless, of course, they're the schools I picked against. We'll see you Monday for the redoubtable one-timers, the highly questionable Roger Miliaccio. Peace.
Happiness.
Joy. I am happiness. Enjoy.